Season 3 has been here for a couple weeks, and I think it's safe to voice my opinion now that everyone has had time to play it, and people won't yell at me for rushing things out and not giving it time to play out. So far, Season 3 has been dominated by three things: the new heroes, the ballista, and the knights trying to control the volcano on the map. The volcano has become a staple in the knights' motivation and is probably the reason they won the first round. Anyways, I do want to talk about how the game is currently doing, since I haven't talked about it for about 2 weeks now. But before we start, we do have a message from today's sponsor, Amino. Amino is actually a great app. It's just like Reddit and Discord combined, and the For Honor Amino community is growing very quickly. There's tons of stuff going on in the For Honor community, and it's so quick and easy to use. All on the same screen, you can read posts, look at fan art, vote on polls, and of course, come to my page and help me kick the knights off the volcano. Or you can join the Salt Mine chat room and vent about how broken Centurion is in the tournament. By the way, it's free, you can't beat that. I left a link down in the description so you can check it out. Now, on to the rest of the video. The first thing I want to talk about are the new heroes, Gladiator and Highlander. Let me start off by saying that neither of these heroes are overpowered, but one is better than the other. And yes, I am saying at this point I do believe Gladiator is better than Highlander, but let me explain why before you start yelling at me. Highlander may be strong, but he does not fit into how this game is played. Not only is he relatively slow in a speed dominated meta, he is bogged down by a bug in which his guard break doesn't land in certain situations, which is kind of a shame because Highlander was really hyped up, but a fix is on the way for the guard break. As for Gladiator, I feel she's fine. She's strong, but she has some risky attacks and a non-existent dodge. Her guard is basically useless to slower heavies, but her zone is pretty strong and her lights are very fast. I feel Gladiator fits in the speedy style this game rewards quite well. Now, with Season 3 of the game being here, I feel that this is a good time to discuss a topic that's becoming more and more talked about every day, and that's Centurion. It's basically like the first week of Season 2 all over again. Everyone hates Centurion. Centurion still hasn't been nerfed yet, and honestly, I don't know why. My stance on Centurion has always been neutral. When people asked if I thought he was OP or not, I would say he's fine in duels and a little cheesy in team-based game modes, simply because I didn't feel like being yelled at. But let me say what I have to say. Centurion is very, very strong, almost broken if you include his punishes, but he can be dealt with. He is the most punishing counterpuncher in the game in my opinion, and the main reason I personally don't like him is because he's too scary to new players. To those of you who've been playing for a while, we all know how to play against Centurion. We know what to look out for and we know what works. But for new players or a player who isn't that good at the game, they're just trying to have fun, Centurion is abusive. Now hear me out. Centurion could faint 16 times before going out of stamina. Any other hero could do it about 4 or 5 times. But supposedly we're getting that adjusted. That's not the main issue to me. I think it's his insane damage off parry or just by catching his opponent making a mistake. He can take half of your health if you're an assassin. Honestly, I'm not too sure what can be done to nerf him slightly. I'm not a developer and make everyone happy, but I have a feeling in the next few weeks we'll get an update on Centurion, because I don't think the nerf on his stamina is going to be enough unless they drastically reduce his stamina pool. Last thing I want to talk about quickly is the introduction of ranked. I feel this is a very big step in the game, but having a game mode like this is basically baiting toxic behavior in Salt. But there's nothing we can do about that. Everyone I talk to about ranked is basically on the same page. It's going to be frustrating but fun. I am a little worried about the playstyle in higher tiers. I'm certain there will be spam, but I don't know to what degree it'll be, especially on console. So I'm interested to see if playing in one of the higher ranks will shift the meta on Xbox and PS4. The only real issue I have with ranked is that the rewards you get are random and don't correlate with whatever hero you used at the end of your run. I think that if you play a tournament with, say, Orochi, you should get awards for Orochi. Another little nitpick I have is that it's in a tournament format rather than just a pick up and play type of thing where I can hop on for a little bit, play one game of ranked and leave, and not feel bound to complete the tournament after the first round. But again, that's a personal little nitpick. And that's basically all I have to say for this video. I just wanted to talk about the game for a little bit since I haven't, for a while. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like since everyone helps. I'd also love to know how you feel about Centurion. Talk to me down in the comments. Do you feel that he's broken or just a little too strong? Or do you think he's fine and we just need to stop complaining? Again, feel free to check out the app to continue the discussion there, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.